The only difference is that now, not only is Charlotte eliminated with a current record of 7-43, but the Washington Wizards joined that club with a 12-40 record. They are as well eliminated. So Charlotte, Washington eliminated from the East. Now you have in the Western Conference, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Lakers, Clippers, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Nuggets, and Rockets. The Jazz are 1 game back, and the Phoenix Suns are 1.5 games back. You have New Orleans just eliminated from the West. So now we're going to go back to the NHL, but let's talk about that after the commercial. So after the commercial, we're going to talk about the NHL playoffs. We're also going to look at NFL rumors, as well as enter rumor boom in total. So we're going to come back with the NHL playoff look and rumor boom. So we'll see you guys back on the SP Show. You know what? You gotta admit that Tim Tebow, what he wants to do is bring the Jets to the top. That's what he wants to do. He wants to make the Jets a playoff team. He wants to be a solid backup quarterback. He wants to be the best backup quarterback in the history of the National Football League. I don't know what to tell you. I just can't be your I am only a sports show talk show host. The only thing I can tell you is that any guy of the sport that kneels down to I'm not saying that anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that any guy like him is good because he's focused on his work and he's committed to his goals. And if you ask me, he is definitely better than Drew Stanton. Anyhow, Drew Stanton is in Indianapolis. There's just no excuse. Tim Tebow is going to be better than Drew Stanton. We just have to see how much better he's going to be. But that he's going to be better is the truth. Now, if you're going to tell me Tim Tebow is going to be the best backup quarterback in the NFL, you know what I'm going to tell you? It's not happening. Tune in to the SP Show. YouTube.com/user/capital S lowercase p capital S lowercase PORTS capital C lowercase ORNER. YouTube.com/user/SpSportsCorner. Make sure to tune in and subscribe now. The SP Show. Everything sports related and a bit more. And we are back on the SP Show. So, the NHL playoffs, not much change there, apart from teams just clinching over the weekend. You have Rangers, this is the East. You have Rangers, Bruins, Panthers. Even though the Rangers and the Bruins are clinched, Panthers, the 3rd seed, did not clinch yet though. You have Penguins and Flyers clinched 4th and 5th seeds, respectively. You have the Devils and the Senators clinched 6th and 7th seeds, respectively. And then you have the Capitals, didn't clinch, but had the 8th seed so far. Then you have the Sabres, Buffalo Sabres, 2 points back, 9th seed. And you have the Winnipeg Jets, Tampa Bay Lightning, Carolina Canes, Toronto Maple Leafs, New York Islanders, and Montreal Canadiens eliminated from playoff contention. So, the only team there's only 9 teams left in the East that can make the playoffs. 8 of them are already in it. Well, no, not already in it, but 6 of them are already clinched, and 2 spots are available. The 3rd and 8th spots are available right now, but Buffalo Sabres are 2 points out. Then you have, in the West, you have Vancouver, St. Louis clinched. You have the LA Kings. You have the Red Wings, Nashville Predators, and Chicago Blackhawks clinched. Then you have the Phoenix Coyotes and the San Jose Sharks. The Dallas Stars are 1 point back, and the Colorado Avalanche are 2 points back. With a loss, the Calgary Flames are out, and with an overtime loss, the Calgary Flames are out as well. So they need wins. Minnesota Wild, the Anaheim Ducks, and Edmonton Oilers and Columbus Blue Jackets are out of playoff contention. So in the West, you have 2 spots available, same as the East, the 3rd and the 8th spots. Even though San Jose currently has the 8th spot and the LA Kings have the 3rd spot, but anything can change. The Dallas Stars are only 1 point out, and the Colorado Avalanche are 2 points out. So I know I'm analyzing playoffs for the NHL more this time, but it's because we're getting closer to the playoffs, so it's more important now. Now in the MLB, not much apart from the spring training, but we do have a deal to report to you guys. You have the Reds on Sunday traded 3rd baseman Juan Francisco to the Braves for J.J. Hoover, a minor league right-hand pitcher. Hoover is Atlanta's number 13 prospect entering the season. So Francisco was once an elite prospect in the Reds, but he was injured last season. He batted .196 with 4 homers this spring and was added minor league options as Cincinnati attempts to make its final cuts of spring training. So you have that trade. Not a big one, but it might help the teams out. So now we are going to analyze or start the rumor boom. So here is
analyzing the explosion of rumors, daily, weekly, monthly, everything related to the sports world. This is Rumor Boom on the SP Show.
Okay, so now we're going to start with the MLB rumors. So, in the MLB rumors, apart from the trade I just reported to you guys, we have the following deals. Alright, so we have Magic Johnson, as I reported earlier, he purchased the Dodgers. Then you have the Royals agreeing with Alex Gordon for a 4-year extension. You have the Padres extending Corey Lubke for a new contract through the 2015 season. The Indians and Angels traded for Bobby Abreu to Cleveland. That fell apart. You have Jonathan Lucroy signing a 5-year extension with the Brewers. You have Dustin McGowan signed an extension with the Blue Jays, 2-year deal. And then, as I said on Saturday, Livan Hernandez signed a deal with the Braves. He was released by the Astros. So the Brewers are going to let Sean Markham play out the rest of the season and then reach free agency. Giants and Matt Cain continue to talk about the contract extension. The Cubs and the Red Sox agree for the Chicago Cubs to receive 19-year-old minor league first baseman Jair Bogaerts as a player to be named later. That is a compensation for the Theo Epstein transaction. So the Diamondbacks worked out a trade with the Pirates to retain a Rule 5 pick. Rule 5 pick Brett Lauren by sending 2010 third rounder Robbie Rowland. Former Yankees left-hander Kei Igawa signed a 2-year deal with the Oryx Buffaloes, and then the Yankees signed Jack Cust to a minor league contract. The Nationals announced they have signed left-hander Zach Duke to a minor league deal. Tony La Russa joined MLB as a special advisor. The Twins officially released right-hander Joel Sumaya, as the pitchers will miss the 2012 season while recovering from Tommy John surgery. Vladimir Guerrero worked out in front of Indian scouts at the team's Dominican Republic Academy. Maglio Ordonez close to retiring. Giants placed infielder Mike Fontenot on waivers. San Francisco agreed to a one-year deal this offseason with a veteran and will now save 3/4 of that money. Then you have Rangers release veteran outfielder Brett Hawk. So you have those news, a lot of transactions. That's for the MLB. Now we're gonna head to the NFL rumors. It's way fewer rumors than the MLB, but they are sort of more impactful. So you have Fred Jackson from the Bills. He's confident about getting a new deal. Then you have Greg Williams, former assistant coach, defensive coordinator for the Saints. He's not expected to appeal for his suspension. He is currently the defensive coordinator for the Rams. The Eagles, Asante Samuel, might be willing to shave as much as $2.5 million of his earnings for next season to facilitate the team's efforts to trade him. Then Ryan Tannehill, quarterback of Texas A&M, his rising draft stock is appealing to the Minnesota Vikings. Even though there's teams that have been asking to trade up for him, but the Vikings are interested in drafting him. I think that's a good move. They don't have a backup quarterback that's solid except Webb, if I'm not mistaken. Ryan Tannehill would be a great backup. He might even start. I think he might be better than Christian Ponder, but I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know if that's going to be sort of system he might want to go to. But there you have those news. We have a bit more. The Eagles are optimistic about LaShawn McCoy extension. Then former NFL running back Ricky Williams told a Texas radio station Wednesday he'd come out of retirement to play for his hometown Chargers. That doesn't mean that he'll come out, though. It just says that he would come out of retirement only if the Chargers offered him a deal. He would consider that, but they haven't offered him a deal yet. The Eagles have contacted L.T. McNeil because Jason Peters, he was sidelined indefinitely after rupturing the Achilles tendon. Steelers interested in Bills tackle Demetrius Bell. And then you have free agent tackle Bell scheduled to meet with Eagles, but the Steelers are interested as well. Bengals linebacker Manny Lawson back in fold for 1 year. Raiders add free agent linebacker Philip Wheeler and trade for veteran running back Mike Goodson from the Carolina Panthers. So those are the NFL rumors. Now we're going to go to NBA rumors, and we're going to finish Rumor Boom, go to commercials, and wrap up the show with some NCAA. So you have that Michael Jordan, he denies report that he will sell Charlotte Bobcats if things don't improve. You have Stephon Marbury, mentioned this earlier. The former Knicks player led his Beijing team to the Chinese Basketball Association Championship, scoring 42 points in the series clincher Friday night. Supposedly, he might come back to the NBA. It is possible that the Knicks will add a veteran point guard like himself for the playoff push. So we'll see if he does come back. That would be kind of cool, though, for him to go back to the Knicks. I do miss his time in Phoenix. He was pretty good. Randy Foye not worried about the future with the Clippers. Tom Thibodeau, Bulls coach, denies concern over contract. Hornets might get a new nickname. But for nickname